Hello and good morning, everybody. Today we are happy to have our next on-air MicroStation Fireside session, number 7, and we have special guest from the Netherlands and a new colleague that joined us this year from Morocco. So now I hand over. Yasir, it's your turn.
Thank you, Nanette. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's LinkedIn Live session. I'm really glad you could all join us today. It means a lot to have you here. Before we dive in, I would just love to know where everyone is tuning in from. Please drop your countries in the comments. It's always great to see our community coming together from different places. Uh, just wait for people to join and to comment. If not, I can start by introducing myself. For the people who might not know me, I'm Yassir Eliakobi, and I work at Bentley Systems as a product sales engineer. I'm excited to be joined today by Louis, a 3D specialist in the municipality of Amsterdam. He's going to share some great insights on how MicroStation can really level up public space modeling and improve collaboration. Louis, you can introduce yourself.
Thank you, Yassir. Yes, my name is Louis van Amerongen, and I'm a 3D specialist at the municipality of Amsterdam. After completing my studies in civil engineering, I began my career at an engineering firm where I merged my passion for computers and 3D modeling with engineering and CAD. Through my work on various large-scale urban projects, I have developed into a specialist in modeling and visualization urban public spaces. I collaborate closely with designers or architects in the conceptual phase and provide support to engineers during the technical development phase. In my work, I utilize various software tools to create 3D information models of public spaces, as well as realistic renderings, simulations, animations, and interactive environments. My expertise enables the municipality to deliver innovative and well-considered design for the city.
Thank you, Louis, for the introduction. Before we jump in, just a quick note. This session is being recorded, so don't worry if you miss anything. You can always rewatch it later. And if you have any questions during the live, go ahead and drop them in the comments. We'll try to answer them as many as we can. And also, this session is a little teaser for our main webinar coming on the November 5th. Where we will dive deeper into technical details and advanced features of MicroStation. So don't forget to scan the QR code on the top right to register, or you can check the link in the comments on the live. And before, I will just go with an overview of our sessions today. We are going to talk about the challenges of urban public spaces and designs with 3D tools. And then we go to the how MicroStations simplify the public space designs. And later on, we're gonna try to showcase one of the features of MicroStation solar analysis. And at the end, we're gonna talk about the future of urban designs and advanced techniques of 3D modeling. Nanette, you can switch to the presentation of Louis, so you can go ahead and start. And
Well, thank you, Yassir. As mentioned, I work on the design of urban public spaces. This presents several challenges. For instance, we must consider various types of objects and sometimes deal with elevation difference. Like here, you can see at this image, here's a great
yeah,
example from the city center of Zaanstad.
and Louis, tell me, when it comes to designing urban planning public spaces, I know there are a lot of challenges involved from accommodating different uses to ensure sustainability. It's not an easy task. You are faced in this in your role. So could you elaborate some of the most common challenges you faced, or how 3D modeling helps to solve them?
Yes, of course. Yes, in urban public space can be highly diverse, especially in the city centers. We often need to consider factors such as different types of objects and variation in elevations. By working in 3D, we are able to collaborate more easily with other parties who are using applications like, for example, Archicad or Revit. Extracting information such as elevation levels, slope percentage, and quantities becomes much faster. An additional benefit is that creating cross sections and views is quicker, reducing the likelihood of errors, especially when making adjustments. Yes, and a good example of this is what you can see at the photo in this at my background.
That's really insightful, Louis. Could you give us this concrete example from one of your old projects, Zanstad, for example? I've heard of
Yes,
him a lot, and where these challenges were addressed, actually.
yes, of course. Well, Zaanstad, the initial plans for this project were drafted in 2005, so it's almost 20 years ago. That was a period when most work was done using 2D CAD, but this project involved numerous elevation differences. Initially, elevation data was calculated and processed in 2D, which was very time consuming and prone to errors. Even more when modifications were needed. In addition to the project's complexity, we also had to manage various object types and coordinate with multiple stakeholders. For instance, the bridges had to align with the terrain, which itself needed to integrate seamlessly with nearby buildings, all designed by different parties. To address these challenges, we soon explored the possibility of creating a 3D information model and identifying the appropriate software. At that time, we ultimately ended up using MicroStation and PowerCivil, a predecessor of OpenRoads Designer.
Okay, thank you, Louis, for the explanation. I know you've worked with a variety of tools, 3D modelings, but MicroStation seems to play a unique role in your workflow. From your experience, how does MicroStation specifically enhance the design process for public spaces in comparison to other tools you've used before?
Well, I think MicroStation is a highly versatile CAD application. In addition to creating 2D technical drawings, it's also well suited for tasks such as presentation drawings, adding metadata or item types since Connect, and it offers an extensive range of functions for 3D modeling. It supports simulations like Solar Studios, and you can check your 3D model with, for example, the clash detection, and it provides tools for visualization and animation. Also, we often collaborate with multiple parties working on the project. Because we can import and export a diverse range of file formats, collaboration tends to proceed relatively smoothly. I often refer to it as the Swiss Army knife of CAD software. As a result, instead of relying on multiple applications and individuals, one person can manage a wide range of tasks using a single application.
It's clear that the visualization it's crucial part of public space design. Could you share how MicroStation has helped you in visualization large scale urban projects like your work on Station Island and in Amsterdam, for example?
Yes, of course. Well, yeah, visualization can, of course, be done in various ways and for different purposes. For example, there are options for creating in MicroStation. There are options for creating Solar Studios, photo montages, visual impressions, animations, and additionally, Luminar-T. That's the user-friendly and fast application that can be installed alongside the application. Adds a lot of value. In the Station Island project, we worked with a lot of managers and stakeholders, people without a technical background. Communication can be much easier with an image than with a complex technical drawing. For instance, by using a visual impression, stakeholders were able to quickly understand the spatial impact of the design decisions without the needing to interpret detailed plans. This improved the clarity and sped up the decision-making process. And for the people who weren't familiar with the Station Island in Amsterdam, this is one of the major transportation hub in the Netherlands, and it plays a crucial role in the country's transport networks. Located in the heart of a large city, this bustling area serves as a crucial transport center where trains, buses, trams, and often metros converge. Since 2017, I have been involved in the design of the redevelopment of the public space on this island. The project was 1.5 kilometers long and 1.5 kilometers wide. Along with the ground level design, I also included the renewal of bridges, grey walls, and the construction of an underground bicycle parking facility. The phase I was involved in included the design and the technical development. After that, the project was handed over to the contractor who continued with it.
Uh, that sounds like that sounds very interesting. And as you mentioned, visualization is a key in communicating ideas, especially to people who might not be familiar with the technical plans. And I know it's very important. And can you just tell us like how important having visualization and simulation been for you and effectively communicating with stakeholders and publics?
Yes, of course. I think it's very important. It serves as a tool that bridges the gap between technical expertise and public understanding. And this process more effective collaboration throughout the project lifecycle. Like you can see here, for well, very technical cross section, which are much, well, I think, which are easier to read and understand by non-technical people than if you shows them a technical drawing. And another nice example of this, it might be this one. This is an example of an animation produced to assist the visibility of the wayfinding. So to demonstrate the visibility and for the tourists, we made this animation. This was done with Lumen RT.
The animation looks so good, Louis. Really, thank you for sharing this.
Oh, thank you. Boats that cross the big river.
Thank you, Louis, for sharing this. It's really fascinating, and it's good, really good to see how tools like Luminarty or MicroStation are helping you guys, professionals, to simplify things and make it more visible to external people like stakeholders or public. It's really very interesting. And I do have another questions because I've seen your work previously, and I've noticed you were using a very advanced feature like a solar analysis, which seems to be a game changer in urban planning. Could you walk us through on how these tools influence planning decisions, particularly in densely populated areas like big cities like Amsterdam or others one in Europe?
Yes, sure. Well, I think solar analysis is a vital tool in urban planning, especially in dense areas like Amsterdam, where space is limited and environmental factors plays a crucial role in decision making. Using solar study, buildings can be positioned to receive a maximum amount of sunlight. Recently, however, there has been a trend where buildings are rotated in a way that minimizes the sunlight to create cooler areas. Additionally, the impact of new structures on the amount of sunlight received by existing ones can be assessed, like you can see here in this example. In the most upper image, you can see an existing building without the new building block, and in the lower part you can see the influence of the new building, which was in front of the existing ones, and you can see the impact of the building. And what is also nice is that the outcome can be shown with an animation, like this one. It can clarify a lot.
Oh, that's so good. That looks so good, Louis. And it sent us to another questions like, can you share a specific example where solar analysis or even photo matching really made an impact in a project where you were working in?
Yes. For example, this one. Amsterdam is, like I said, Amsterdam is undergoing significant development, and it aims to realize new high buildings within its city limits as much as possible. However, the city also has an historic core that holds UNESCO World Heritage status. A few years ago, a new district was planned, which included several tall buildings, which were approximately 140 meters tall. To minimize the impact of the new buildings on the views from the historic center, a visual comparison study or photo match was conducted. And well, one result you can see here. At the left, you can see in white, you can see the photo, and in white you can see the LiDAR scan where the 3D model was aligned to, and in pink you can see the plans, and on the right image you can see the result where the feature situation was integrated in the existing photo.
Yeah, thank you, Louis, for presenting this. You've also mentioned using Unity for creating interactions and interactive model. I'm curious, like how these interactive models add value, especially in the context of designing public spaces and making important decisions.
Oh yes, for this project it was also the station's island. The disadvantage of images in first instance, we created images for stakeholders, for example, but a disadvantage of it is that they were static, and we often get the feedback that the images were positioned in such a way that they did not provide insight into complex areas. Initially, as a test, I placed a part of the model in Unity, that is a game engine, and to create an interactive model. And the enthusiasm for that was so great that I was given time to make a large portion of the project interactive with Unity. An additional benefit was that we could offer virtual tours of the feature situation. Well, I can show you this example.
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's not visible yet, Louis.
No, I get an error. That's very strange.
Okay.
I'm afraid it's not working in combination with what I can try. What I can do in another attempt. Oh, no. It's working. Great.
Okay, nice.
There it is. Well, yeah, here you can see the station square. If you travel to Amsterdam and you go to the city center, this is what you see. Well, this was the 3D model made in the time that it was only an old situation. So we now can walk through the new situation. All the public space you see here was new, and yes, next to the ground level, we also designed gray walls, uh, uh, many constructions, and an underground bicycle parking facility, which I can show you.
Yeah, for people who never went to Amsterdam City, this is your chance to see it live.
Yes, we don't have to travel to it anymore. It's very good to know.
Exactly.
You can also see get a good impact of the views, which from the designs. This was built for the bicycles, so you can go with the bicycles down and upstairs.
Oh, that's so cool.
There you can see in the ground bicycle parking space with space for, well, approximately 7,000 bicycles.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Amsterdam is the capital of bicycles in the world.
Yes, one of the capitals indeed.
Yeah, it's really it's really a challenge for you, for urban planners, to design in such a big city as Amsterdam with all the flows every day. It's that's why it's really good to have the good tools to design with. But
Yes,
thank you so much,
absolutely.
Louis, for the animations. Looks really good. I'm really in love with it. And we can move on as this is all about technology and the digitalization. As the technology continues to evolve, it's really interesting to think about what the future holds for urban public space designers. In your opinion and your experience, what role do you think 3D modeling and tools like MicroStation will play in shaping the future of urban design?
Well, I expect that 3D modeling will play an increasingly important role in various sectors and that it will continue to evolve in the future.
Hmm.
Innovations in technology such as artificial intelligence and machine learning will play, well, I will think it will play a crucial role to this. Currently, we already see examples where existing situations, for example, are modeled based on one or a few photos, and buildings are optimally positioned in relation to sightlines. Additionally, there are interesting developments in visualization where techniques like real-time rendering and generative AI are broadening the possibilities. There are also exciting advancements in scripting and node-based modeling. Thanks to AI, users can increasingly create 3D models through node-based systems or scripting without needing extensive technical knowledge.
Yeah, that's true, Louis. I totally agree with you. And looking ahead, what innovations or improvements could you like to see as a professional in the next few years that could further enhance your design process, Louis?
Well, I think regarding to MicroStation, I think some since Connect in the last few years, some strong points are, for example, the item types and the reporting functionality.
Hmm.
Well, I think it would be beneficial if these were further developed, um, especially um, with expressions you could do a lot, but with a more visually oriented people, it might be a little difficult. So maybe some more visually ways to create reports. Maybe that might be very interesting in short terms. And I think some very interesting tools are the constraints. Only I don't have the idea it works optimal at this moment. It
Hmm.
might be a little slow and sometimes unstable. So I really hope this improves in the future. Well, and
Yeah.
in the long time, it would be advantageous to integrate, for example, maybe AI functionality into MicroStation, like you see in the drawing at the upper left. With this kind of projects, repetitive tasks, so like adding dimensioning or patterning can be time consuming, and it would be nice if things like that can be determined by AI. Further, I think maybe recognizing objects, automatically recognizing objects, so you don't have to worry about a layer, or it can provide it with the correct metadata. And what do you think about automatically checking the models? That would be well, I think that would be very nice to have.
Yeah. At Bentley, they are involved. For Bentley, actually, it's very important to understand the needs of professionals and to go with them in parallel with providing the right tools to help them to make their job daily basis easy for them. So that's why it's very important to communicate, and that's why you are here to demonstrate to professionals like how, for example, our tools, even in an introduction part, can help them to make their life easy. And of course, for the future, we are working together, and we are doing our best to go with the best solution to everyone who is involved in infrastructure. Thank you again, Louis, for the presentation. Nanette, can you please switch to my presentation? Thank you. So that's it. That's bring us to the end of today's session. I really want to give a special thanks to Louis for sharing all those great insights and taking us behind the scenes of some of an amazing projects. And for you guys who are watching us, remember that this introduction was only a teaser for our main webinar, who will come on the 5th November. So make sure you register using the QR code in the top, or using the link below in the comments. And here we can see the coming. You can also check the coming webinars and the coming live LinkedIn's we have here and LinkedIn by scanning the second one on below. And this is the next webinar that we'll have it in the 5th November. So we're gonna meet again, Louis, and we'll go deeper with our technical guys into the features of MicroStation. So stay tuned and don't miss this chance to enhance your urban designs projects. And if you have any questions or any additional questions, you can feel free to comment them below, or just feel free to contact me directly via LinkedIn profile. I would be happy to answer you and follow you with your challenges and our projects. And that's it. I want to thank everybody for being here, and let's see each other next time.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
also big thanks from my side. Thanks, Louis and Yassir, for sharing that, and Louis for all your insights. I think it's really worth attending the webinar, as Yassir already mentioned. And yeah, that's all from us today. That means I will end the stream now. Thank you very much. And
Thank you,
see you
guys.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.